it was at that point I started, talking to Debbie more frequently about enterprising our, her brand with National Witness Project, and how we could try to commercialize it. We knew we had something. We just didn't know exactly how to get it disseminated.
Right. And we talked about at one point, we sat down and we had an outside consultant that we had talked to. Nobody we paid for, but just talked to.
Right.
But how do you do this STTR, SBIR grant?
Yeah, I remember that.
Maybe we could do that. How could we? And the grant development folks at Roswell were helpful to us in some of that, but we couldn't get our head around how to commercialize it. Who's going to pay for this?
Yeah.
We have always said we do all this outreach and engagement and education and motivation and navigation for all of these people that can't afford to pay for it, don't really want to do it,
right?
And there was no way to go to get money except through research grants.
Your favorite saying was, "We're giving people something they didn't want."
Yeah,
we're
always selling something.
Yeah, we're selling them something they don't want, and we kind of flipped it and said we're selling them some health education. Or trying to provide them with some additional self-help. Yeah, so I think on the not-for-profit side of the house, the National Witness Project, I think our first contract was with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And, they couldn't believe that a research-tested program like ours were even in the area, right? And the level of success that we were having with them. So the goal for that particular grant was, or contract, if you will, was to take their members off of their gaps in care list and screen about 500 using, whatever facility that the women wanted to participate in. And we had a good amount of success with that program. And they were, insurance companies, that particular insurance company was really excited about working with us.
I had always heard this, and so he who mentions money first loses.
Yeah, we learned that.
So we had one insurance company that we were talking with and trying to get them to do, but they got scared off with the money, and we didn't have a real clinical trial yet to show what level of effectiveness. You give us a list of this many people, we will screen X a number. We didn't have that yet. So that's what also really helped us understand we needed this STTR grant to do this feasibility phase 1. We need that so we can come back.
And it takes courage to do this. People say, "Oh yeah, I own my own company." Oh, okay. Now now I'm looking like, "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're a unique individual," because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You're talking marketing, branding, income statements. Like I'm enterprising. Like I said before, I always felt like I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but it's a whole bunch of work. You never sleep. You get minimum sleep, and to get in this space, it takes a person that you want to do this, and you have to have a mission and a passion for whatever that is you're doing in your space. But this is not very easy.
The idea that we have customers that, instead, I've been working with community members and researchers, etc., for a long time. And I think of them kind of the same way probably some people think about customers, but I hadn't used that term at all, and that was a very foreign thing. The other piece is that the idea of how we're going to organize this and who is the customer. And that really did change the healthcare environment for us to be able to think about, all of a sudden now quality metrics and these insurance companies can't just have these people on their lists, or these primary care clinics have all these patients that aren't getting screened, that aren't doing the necessary behavior changes that they need to be healthier, so that it costs less for the insurance companies and everybody else down the line, and that the quality of all this is so important.